So we talked a lot about features and enhancements and innovation. One of the most important priorities at Zscaler is reliability, availability, and scalability of the platform. We understand how mission critical the Zscaler service is for all our users. We understand that even a small glitch can have a lot of business impact. And as Andy Jassy famously remarked, there is no compression algorithm for experience. We've been doing this for 15 years. I thought I'd share two important updates. One, give you a sense below the hood of what's happening when it comes to running this platform. And second, a lot of customers have asked us, if there is a black swan event with Zscaler, what BCP DR options do I have? So let me start off with a quick glimpse of under the hood, what's happening when it comes to running the platform. We have continuous software updates that are being pushed on a weekly basis. This is to optimize performance, enable new features across all the things that we talked about today. And we've done a lot of AI ops monitoring and automation in our deployments to make these upgrades zero impact. You can have a SaaS application that can post a maintenance notice. For Zscaler, we got to service these engines while the plane is flying. We're constantly pushing new threat intel into the platform, 250,000 new threat indicators every day. Any one of them could have an issue and could potentially be a false positive block. So we've done a lot of automation when it comes to real-time testing of all of these changes getting into the platform. So you get the latest and greatest threat protection without any disruption. Our operations team is constantly adding new data centers, lighting up services with new IPs, because that growth requires that capacity expansion. And finally, we have a huge compliance and security team that's constantly making sure that we are compliant with FedRAMP and SOC 3. We have red team pen tests that are making sure that our own platform is hardened. And while we are reducing your attack surface, our own attack surface is as tight as possible. So all of this is happening continuously. And it's our commitment to you to make the service as rock solid as possible. Now, having said that, there could be black swan events. And we would like our customers to have what I call, in case of emergency, break glass and have the ability to continue business for a short time if there was a significant disruption. So we are working on, and you will shortly see a feature which we call Zscaler BCP DR, business continuity. It essentially allows you to activate an option that will let you continue to access your internet and your core applications, even if the core Zscaler service was having a significant disruption. And how does it work? We thought about many different scenarios. We thought about how can we give you a UI button that your operations team can hit, but then what happens if that UI is not available? And the most consistent way we could come up with was DNS. So this BCP mode gets triggered with DNS. Your DNS administrator can add a simple text record to your DNS setting, and our client connectors are smart. They will listen to this DNS record, and if they see it, and you can cryptographically sign it, and all the security protections are there. But once they see this DNS advertised, they will assume that the cloud service is not available and start getting into this BCP mode. For Zscaler Internet Access, that's pretty straightforward. You get three choices. You can fail open to the internet. Your users can go to the internet to all destinations. You can fail close if you're a very sensitive organization. But we are also introducing a third option where you can have your custom blacklists and whitelists. These are locally persisted on your client with a backup available in Amazon S3, completely decoupled from the Zscaler service. And this allows your users to go to whitelisted destinations and not to the blacklisted ones. So the ZIA piece is pretty straightforward. The more tricky one is Zscaler Private Access. Because of the Zero Trust design, there is no network path if there is a significant disruption there. But the way that works is also pretty elegant, and I wanted to kind of give you a quick glimpse. In regular mode, all your users and your workloads come to Zscaler. Your applications in your data center and public cloud environments are exposed through our app connectors with an inside-out tunnel. And the ZPA brokering service, based on policy, is connecting users to destinations that they should go to. That's how it works in the regular mode. Once you activate BCP with the DNS record that I talked about, we fail over to a private service edge. The private service edge is essentially ZPA brokers running in your environment. And with the BCP design, it will be fully site survivable. What that means is it will boot up without relying on any cloud configuration. Any users that have authenticated to the ZPA service, ZPA uses client certificates, and on top of that, user-level authentication. So any user that has authenticated even once will be allowed access to your internal applications through that private service broker, which does not rely on any cloud service being available. So we hope that you don't have to use it ever, but given how mission critical the service is, it's good. It's a good exercise to plan. And I look at this as, in case of emergency, break glass, that's an option that's available.